This video is some of my insights in what is needed in society for someone recovering from limbic system impairment or mental health challenges who is not part of a union or a blue collar job that has different services. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. And so for me, recovering into being fully active in society again has some challenges and isolation difficulties. So, as much as I would like to just sort of recover and then jump back into my life or jump into the work or service that I want to do, there are steps along the way. There is scaffolding needed. And one thing that I'm noticing is really missing is how do I interact with potential new clients or students or groups that I want to mentor or teach in a way that could take into account my energy level where it is now, which is that I do have some energy to give and I do want to be doing my work because it also fills me with energy. But I'm trying to figure out how to allow myself the wiggle room that I still need if I have a really difficult night or a difficult morning. And it's like I'm looking for this gray zone. And so having some kind of work shadowing or work hardening off is like something that I have to just create for myself. So that's one thing that I think is good to be aware of how to support others in this journey. And I have some thoughts and ideas about it, but I'm just realizing like it would be really cool if, my local mental health association had some kind of volunteer program in the community, or there were businesses or individuals or entrepreneurs that were in conjunction with mental health organizations that would allow individuals to accompany and to be in the company of work environments again, with an understanding that, maybe we show up 2 hours a week, or maybe we can't show up 1 week, but we're going to try as much as we can to come weekly and just get back into that rhythm. Because I've been finding it really hard to even do any amount of working again without that support. It just feels, for some reason, it just feels like such a hurdle. So I'm working on that. The other piece is a week ago, I put a post up on Facebook because Ruben and I have been starting to feel like, oh man, do I ever deserve a holiday after all this? Do I ever deserve like a retreat, like a reset? And we started imagining that we're going to send me to Mexico or Costa Rica or to go on a yoga retreat. And lots of people chimed in with different options. And then I just had this huge meltdown and realized, oh my God, there's like so many steps, like just being in an airport, just getting on an airplane. Oh wow, traveling alone, being somewhere foreign. Like the accommodations, the bed, the sleeping situation. There's just so many variables. And so again, it's like, how do I scaffold this? How do I make baby steps? And it was so sweet. A friend of mine said, why don't you just come vacation here at our place on the lake? It's just 12 miles out of where I live. And I realized, I really need support for change of scenery right now. Like, I've been at home off work for 2 years, and previous to that was COVID when we were all in isolation. So I've been literally isolated at home for about 3.5 years. And that in itself is pretty traumatic. So it's like the traumas that created my limbic system dysfunction are being worked on, but there's also like just the shock of recovering from the collapse itself and like this whole healing trajectory, this whole debilitation period and recovery period. And yeah, so that's another piece that it's like good to have in awareness, and an educational piece of like, I need people to invite me to just come overnight somewhere different, or just go somewhere beautiful in nature that's only like half an hour drive away, like getaways that are affordable. And yeah, so if you're listening to this message and you're nearby me, just putting it out there. I need little mini vacations.